Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. I really want to support what Honorable Collegia is raising.
You are the vice chair of the committee.
Yes, but the chair is here. So today the chair is going to respond. I just want to write on what Honorable Colleague is raising. I think the issue of pedophile and also people preying on children is rising in Kenya. It is a matter that we must take it with very serious concern.
Thank you.
And also penalties in terms of punishment must be severe so that there is deterrence across this country. It's a new thing and it's likely to grow if we don't stem it quickly. Thank you, Honorable.
The good thing is that Honorable Raso, you're the vice chair of the committee that is responsible, so you'll have the chance to prosecute. But I agree with Honorable Murugara and yourself that the issue of missing children, the issue of defilement, the issue of murder of children is rising, and it's a matter that we must, as a house, give attention to. So I would hope that Honorable Chair of Administration and Internal Security, even as you answer Honorable Murugara's, it has a broader overview of what are we going to do to deter and for the responsible to get action taken against them to deter others who would even be thinking about it. So we hope that you can be able to respond to. Honorable Toto? Not Toto, Honorable Donya.
You are not wrong, Madam Speaker. Toto is part of the name. I also have an issue with the chair because I raised a statement about missing children. You said you are going to give me a response in 2 weeks. Today ends the third week. I've not received my response, Madam Speaker. I don't know why it is taking long. And yet, when he was asked how long will Donya get the response, they said 2 weeks.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. On the issue of when to respond to George Murugara, given the sensitivity of the matter, we'll try to get the response, even if it's preliminary on Thursday 2nd. And I know still have one of your response. And I think on the matter, which was actually well handled by the Vice, we know, and we're also getting concerned that there is a high increase of such cases. But because we may be having the minister and, of course, the security agencies sometime this week, we may also put as one of the issue to be really addressed and look around on how to address that issue. It's really concerning to all of us.
So we expect a preliminary response on 2nd. I think that is in order next week. Honorable Kamket, is it on the same?
Madam Speaker, while the chair responds to those matters, may I also ask him, Madam Chair, to look at the report of a missing person, a student from my constituency, who went missing 2 weeks ago from Pwane University. And the OB number I can provide to him. We've tried all we could, but we've not been able to succeed. The parents are in
Honorable Kamket,
distress.
I know you can also raise, because the chair has indicated the CS and the security agencies may be appearing, because you've not raised it on the floor officially.
I'm raising.
Liars with the chair, if you can attend even that meeting so that you also follow it up. Owen Bayer.
Thank you.
Speaker, I want to say this, Speaker. You know, when the lives of children are at stake, the future of the nation is actually also at stake. And this is something that we must do within our means and powers as Parliament and as a nation, that we must always protect the children of this country. The rising cases of children being defiled, children being killed, children being manhandled in whichever way, Honorable Speaker, must be something that should worry all of us and should worry even more security agencies, Honorable Speaker. That there are rogue guys, thugs that roam around and their target is just children, Honorable Speaker. And I think we must bring an end to this as a country. And if the security organs put their foot down and stamp their authority, we will not have we have the case in Kilifi where baby Kezia was first raped and her neck was broken and limbs dismembered. These are sick people. These are sick people. But all this comes down to how effective is our nyumba kumi? How effective is wazee wa vijiji? How effective is the system, the chiefs and the assistant chiefs? Because if these pedophiles and these people are roaming around, and yet we have security down from nyumba kumi going up, Honorable Speaker, then why are we having situations like this? Because this country is built, the security system in this country is built from bottom up. And we have eyes all over. Why do we get to this situation? So as Honorable Tongoyo tries to talk to some other people as I address his committee, Honorable Tongoyo, we need your attention. Murungara, allow the Honorable Tongoyo to give us his full attention. You need to put your foot down as a committee on the security apparatus. And you know, ensure that from wazee wa nyumba kumi going up, the security apparatus is working. Otherwise, a lot of things are happening in this country and nobody is aware. How can we have a situation like that? So I want to
Very well, you've made your point. You've made your point, Honorable Owen, and I've indulged you because this is a topical issue. It is a matter of concern and we must do something about it as a country. Honorable Tongoyo and your team, you can hear the sentiments of members. So we expect a better report, not just on that issue, but on the overriding issue of insecurity to children in the country. Millie?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, as you know, all my life I've worked around issues of child protection. And I want to agree with the members that it's very concerning what is going on around the country in relation to children. And I would request the committee that when they are considering to let us know whether there's sufficient funds for the counter-trafficking victims fund, for the victim protection fund, that helps when we actually get victims. But above all, can we know whether there is also a challenge in terms of the number of officers that can deal with those cases? Because then maybe the question comes back to us as a house. Otherwise, Madam Speaker, the issue of missing, abducted, and murdered children is becoming absolutely scary, and it's something that I wish even as Parliament we could have actually dealt with it on the 16th of June, which was the Day of the African Child. It's just that I wasn't around to raise it, but the relevant committee should give us that information.
Muliungi? You'll be the final one on this.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I would like to give information to the Committee on Security because there are so many people who are missing. And last 2 weeks in my constituency, 6 bodies were found in a mass grave and exhumed. And I made a statement here about the same. And the Security Committee was supposed to respond to me in 2 weeks. Maybe, Madam Speaker, those people who are missing could be the 6 bodies which were found in my constituency, buried in a mass grave, and they have not been identified up to date. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Chair, you have your work cut out. And there are some issues that Honorable Millie has raised, that you have a desktop kind of look for the issues, because even prosecution, the judiciary, it all ties together. If someone has been suspected of killing a child, if that does not see the conclusive end of actually being jailed or any consequences, it emboldens other perpetrators. So we need to look at it not just from the one case, but all the way to the end. What is the problem? Evidence collection. And I know every member here, if they speak, they have had a story in their constituency that touches children. So I'll give you a minute to just wrap it up.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And I think actually you have really put it very well. And I agree that it has to be a collaboration between both the criminal and justice system. But having said this, Madam Chair, one, I want again to reaffirm that we had called the minister and the security agencies to appear before the committee. We had planned Thursday, but because of the obvious issues, the reasons, we may push it to Tuesday, if it's agreeable between the committee and the CS. But Speaker, We all know that this parliament appropriated the 2026-27 budget, and there is about 3.9 billion 3 billion Kenya shilling to pay the village elders. And one of the big reasons is that these village elders should be able to help the police and the Gawa officers to the village level and to the household to address such big challenges like the missing and such deaths of children. So it's something that we'll be addressing. And I call upon other colleagues who probably have their question and statement not responded to, they can as well appear before the committee so that we can process at the committee plenary.
Kindly make timely communication to the affected members for planning. Next statement by the member for Saboti. Are you in the house?
Yes, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, thank you for this opportunity to request for a statement regarding the foreign scholarship awarded to Kenyan students. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to the provision of Standing Order 44-2C, I rise to request a statement from the Chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Education regarding the award and the distribution of foreign government scholarships to Kenyans. Honorable Speaker, over the years, the Ministry of Education has facilitated awards of a considerable number of foreign government scholarships in recent years. However, little information has been made public on how these scholarships are awarded, including the granting countries, the fields and levels of study, the number of beneficiaries, and the distribution of beneficiaries across counties and constituencies. It is important that the allocation of such opportunities is guided by fairness, transparency, and regional balance so that no county is left behind. Honorable Speaker, it is against this background that I seek a statement from the Chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Education on the following. Number one, a comprehensive list of all foreign scholarships, awards, facilitated, coordinated, or endorsed by the Ministry of Education from 2023 to date, specifying the granting countries, the fields, level, and the duration of study, the number of beneficiaries, the distribution of beneficiaries across counties and the constituencies, and the names of beneficiaries. Number two, the criteria applied in the identification, shortlisting, and selection of beneficiaries, and the measures instituted to ensure fairness, transparency, regional balance, and equality of opportunity in the process. And lastly, a report on the audits and evaluations of the scholarship allocation process, including the extent of compliance with the principles of fairness and regional balance and the status of beneficiaries. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Education Committee, Chairperson, not in the house. Vice. Are you a member, Clive? When do we expect the statement?
We can try to get that in 2 weeks.
2 weeks we'll be going for recess. Could you bring a preliminary next week?
Immediately after recess, just to be safe. Immediately after recess.
What is out of order, Millie?
Mr. Speaker, Madam Speaker. How can the honorable member purport to be giving answers relating to the government when he is in Linda Mwananchi? He has no response. He has no response from Linda Mwananchi.
Order, Millie. Honorable Millie. The Honorable Clive is a member of the committee. He has spoken as a member of the Education Committee. Honorable Caleb, first week after recess.
Madam Speaker, if it was a matter of Linda Mwananchi, probably I would have already gotten an answer.
The good thing is that you are also a part of it, I presume.
So 2 weeks is sufficient, I think.
It is enough. First week after we resume.
Yeah.
Honorable Amina Mnyazi.
Thank you, Speaker. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to the provision of Standing Order 44-2C, I rise to request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Energy regarding frequent power outages and poor electricity infrastructure in Malindi constituency. Honorable Speaker, for several months, residents of Malindi constituency have been experiencing frequent and prolonged power outages arising from repeated failures of electricity distribution infrastructure, including collapsing power poles, faulty transformers, and delayed repair and maintenance works. The persistent power outages have disrupted economic activities, affected provision of essential services, and caused a rising case of insecurity. Furthermore, the failure of electricity infrastructure resulted in loss of lives in Maweni town in Malindi constituency. On 20th March 2026, an electricity pole fell onto the residence of Mr. Mohammed Bashir, leading to the death of his wife, Ms. Amino Hassan Gabobe, and their 4-year-old daughter, baby Samira Mohammed. This incident has raised serious concerns regarding the safety and maintenance of electricity infrastructure in the area, as well as responsiveness of responsible agencies in addressing the hazards. Honorable Speaker, it is against this background that I request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Energy on the following. Number one, a report on the status of investigations by Kenya Power and other relevant agencies into the incident that occurred on the 20th March 2026 in Maweni town. Number two, the steps taken by the Ministry of Energy and Petroleum to compensate the family of Mr. Mohammed Bashir, including expected timelines for the compensation process. Number three, the specific action taken to prevent similar incidents, including routine inspection, maintenance and replacement of electrical infrastructure, and enforcement of public safety measures. Four, the immediate interventions being undertaken by the Ministry of Energy and Petroleum to urgently address the recurring and prolonged power outages in the area. And lastly, the long-term plans to upgrade electricity distribution infrastructure in Malindi constituency to stabilize power supply. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Very well. That goes to the Committee of Energy. Chair, not in the House. Mandazi, are you holding a brief?
Thank you, Chair. I would think we can, since it involves loss of life, Honorable Chair, our Speaker, sorry, we can give a preliminary report before we proceed for recess, that is next week. But Chair then, Honorable Speaker, then allow me to give the following information to members. I sit in the Energy Committee, and Kenya Power has a charter. And normally Kenya Power at times says that we do not get information on time. I would like to give a USSD code to members, because at times there is faultiness in terms of transformers. There is a tree that has fallen and it requires an emergency or someone to give attention to that. The USSD that Kenya Power has in case of any emergency, and this be known to the public and to the members of this House, is a *977#. *977#. In case of any emergency, in case of any loss of life, and you need to reach out to Kenya Power as soon as possible. That is the USSD that Kenya Power normally gives out. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Bring a response to Honorable Amina's question next Thursday before we break for recess.
Thank you, Chair.
We will now indulge the member for Kilgoris.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. I don't know what the Professor Jaldesa is doing there. But, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Member, Honorable Zunguli, go on. But advise the Honorable Kibagendi not to block the view. It is out of order to block the Speaker's view.
Together
from
with
the member of the floor.
Together with Professor Jaldesa.
Professor Jaldesa, be guided. Go on, Honorable Sunkuli.
Honorable Speaker, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 44-2C, I wish to request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Administration and Internal Security regarding insecurity at Angata Barikoi in Kilgoris constituency. Honorable Speaker, on or about the 20th of June and 21st of June 2026, a livestock theft incident was reported in the neighboring Kuria East constituency where a cow was taken by individuals alleged to have originated from Angata Barikoi. The thieves were then pursued by officers from the anti-stock theft unit station who were unable to apprehend the suspects. Following the unsuccessful pursuit, the officers instead confiscated cattle belonging to members of the local community. Unfortunately, during this operation, a confrontation arose between the residents and the police officers, resulting in the death of an officer attached to the anti-stock theft unit. Honorable Speaker, following the incident, the security officers are alleged to have subjected residents of the area to be exposed to such violence, with houses being set ablaze, thereby making the matter an urgent and critical one. This raises serious concerns regarding the conduct of the security officers, particularly the apparent use of collective punishment against innocent residents, contrary to the principles of the rule of law and due process. Honorable Speaker, it is therefore against this background that I request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Administration and Internal Security on the following. 1, the circumstances surrounding livestock theft incident, the death of the anti-stock theft unit officer, and measures being taken to investigate the case and to apprehend the suspects. 2, the reasons for the alleged confiscation of livestock belonging to members of the local community, and an indication on when the livestock will be returned to the innocent residents. And 3, the measures being taken to ensure the protection of the residents, restoration of law and order, and the prevention of further violations of human rights in the affected areas. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable members, I know this is a live matter. I will give a few members who want to ride on that statement. But before then, like I had indicated earlier, we have a lot of learners visiting with us today. Allow me to recognize in the speakers gallery today, Mogeka School from Kiharu constituency, Murang'a County, in the speakers gallery, and Angela Catholic Academy, Keses, Uasin Gishu. And in the public gallery, we have ACK All Saints Kebolonik Mosop, constituency Nandi County. We have Kevaini Comprehensive from Mwingi West, Kitui County. And we have Ndorome School from Mwea constituency, Kirinyaga County. On behalf of this batch, I will give honorable member from Mwea 1 minute to welcome not only the Mwea learners, but all of them.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for giving me this chance to welcome our learners and our students in the speakers gallery, and in particular, the students from Dorome Secondary School. I urge them to work very hard and very smart on their studies and to be disciplined, because education without character, I keep saying, is nothing. I urge you to work very smart, and that one day you return to this honorable house as members of parliament so you can contribute to your constituencies. You can contribute to your constituencies positively. You are welcome, and I hope you are going to enjoy and learn something from the parliamentary proceedings. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Very well. On this, I'll give the member for, let me give Honorable Mandazi, member for Chepalungu. On the statement, not on the schools, statement by Honorable Sunkuli.
Yeah, thank you so much. While I congratulate my colleague and senior Honorable Sunguli for bringing out this matter through a statement, Honorable Speaker, it is very important that the current age that we're living in, livestock or people participating in stealing livestock is something that should be taken seriously. But having said so, Honorable Speaker, it is paramount as well to mention that it is wrong for police officers to use excessive force to children, to use excessive force to women. Honorable Speaker, currently as we speak, there are so many women sleeping out.